Ah, Slovakia, Slovakia. Kind of sounds like a mediocre ripoff of Frank Sinatra's New York, New York, and it's also the home of Giantesco's next football pitches. But today, it's all about World Cup qualification and see if we can get ourselves some wins to get into the driver's seat of this group. What's up, peoples? It's Gendo here, and welcome back to the International Boys. And as always, if you are still enjoying the series, please do go and drop it a like. And today we got ourselves a double dose of Slovakia, first away, then home. And really, it's the battle of the top two teams in our World Cup qualifying group, where really, whoever comes out on top here will be in the driver's seat going forward. And that's exactly what we need to be doing, since we got ourselves off to a great start in the last episode, toppling what we thought would have been the league leading team in Belgium. So we need to keep this momentum going versus Slovakia. But before we get into those matches, first thing out of the gates, hallelujah, we got ourselves the leagues starting to load in. And once you know it, the first one out of the gates is the Serbian leagues, both first and second tier. And I brought in every single Serb into this national pool. And as you can see, 500 players to choose from. And actually, some of them are hidden gems that were just tucked away in the Serbian leagues that I wouldn't have known about had I not loaded these leagues up. So very nice that I finally have a much bigger pool to choose from instead of the 65 that I had to deal with. That was pretty rough. And now we got ourselves a great chance to try out some new formations, some new people, and see how well they gel in with the national team. And now he's 21, I could finally use Goran Staniev in my first team roster. He's going to be mine and mine alone now that he's over 21. And like I said before, he is honestly the best left back on this national squad. So finally, that he's all mine, I'm going to use him to my heart's content. But even with the Staniev inclusion, we do have a few omissions due to injuries and suspensions and whatnot that I would have liked to have had just because they were useful players like Nastasic, Bozanac, Knizovic, Milan Gajic down there. I mean, these players, injuries happen, and it happened to be right at the end of the season too that a lot of these players got themselves injured, and now they cannot be made available for these Slovakia matches. But like I said, with the inclusion of all these new players into the national pool, there's more than enough depth that I can choose from to replace them, especially for some of the older players like Nastasic, who's 33. So without further ado, let's get into this first match versus Slovakia, and it's going to be taking place at Slovakia. So we're going to come out in the 4-3-3-V formation with Stefan Milovac sitting in between the sticks. The back line is going to be Staniev, Babic, Maksimovic, and Nikola Pavlic. Nikola Pavlic coming in as a 24-year-old right back. He plays for Espanyol at this point in time, but because of the other right backs that were playing ahead of him, he didn't get a lot of chances. If I'm playing a defensive mid, my number one player is always going to be Sreten Vjetrovic, and that's exactly who I'm going with today. Sitting in front of him, we got Peter Mitrovic and Radovan Stankovic. Yes, he's not playing in a cam position. I'm trying to move him back into an actual center mid, and hopefully he can do a good job today. Out on the wings, we got Andrej Zivkovic and Filip Kostic, and sitting up front, of course, it's Luka Jovic. So looking at Slovakia's formation, they're going to be coming out in a 4-3-3 just like us, and to be honest with you, I don't know any of the players that are on this squad. Anton Mikulik, a 19-year-old striker, a very all-around striker, could possibly be a defensive forward. I'm just trying to go down the list, and honestly, there are a lot of players on here that, even though they may be real-life players, I don't exactly know anything about them. So this could go one of two ways. It could go really, really good for us, or really, really poorly. It all comes down to how our execution works. So that being said, let's just go out there, kick off, see what happens, and it's away from home. I would like to try for a draw. Anyway, nice long ball up over top to Luka Jovic, 23 seconds on, and we almost had ourselves our first goal in this match. We just need to keep up with this attacking presence. I know it's still early, but we don't want to lose this form. Free kick, top of the box, Andrej Zivkovic taking a shot. It bounces off the post, and we didn't get Luka Jovic there right away. It was cleared away by the defense. Once again, could have opened the scoring and gotten ourselves off to a great start. We're having all these attacking chances. The ball is staying within the Slovakian half and really the Slovakian third. And as we are just getting all these attacking chances, as you saw right there off the corner, we're just not connecting. We're getting all these shots on target, but we just cannot beat the Slovakian goalkeeper right now. Now, ball coming forward. Whoa, wait a minute! Slovakia barely had anything all game, and they get themselves a goal. Okay, let's take a look at this again. Free kick, Mock over the top to Gyomber. Gyomber unmarked, completely running free. I guess he was onside. And Slovakia have themselves a lead. I'll be damned. For Slovakia to just get their one highlight of the half and it turns out to be a goal, absolutely bollocks. We should not be losing to them with how we were playing on this day. Boys, I'm going to yell at them aggressively. Show me something else because you need to do better. Because like I said, a draw, I would love to come away with a draw here. Losing on the road, absolutely unacceptable. If we lose, that forces us to need to get a win at home to balance it out and at the same time get ourselves a win of equal or greater goal difference to what happened here. And as it stands right now, 60 minutes gone, just about 60 minutes gone now. Not a lot happening in the second half, but Slovakia at the first highlight, just over the bar. Oh, he was just taken out wider and wider and wider. Thought someone was going to cross it in and head it in. 65 minutes on now, and the ball is coming forward. Filip Kostic to Luka. He's one-on-one with the keeper. He has to bury it, and he does. We level this matchup. Finally, took a couple of subs on top of that. Marko Grujic coming in for Sreten Vjetrovic. And out on the right-hand side, no more Pavlovic. We got Mijajovic, who is one of the new players that had come in during the initial league loading. He plays for one of the Serbian clubs. He's finally getting his first cap, and that's why he's coming on right now. But yeah, had to make the 2 subs. It looks like it's boding well right now, and we are now starting to get into the driver's seat. Filip Kostic getting past the defender, cross inside to Marko Grujic. He comes on, and he gets himself a goal. Marko Grujic, the midfielder, has turned this match around. It is now 2-1 to Serbia, and we are not showing any signs of slowing down. We have had all the shots today, 13 shots, 7 on target. Possession has been relatively even throughout the entirety of the match. It was only a matter of time before we finally broke through that Slovakian back line, and boy, are we doing it right now. Long ball up over the top from Grujic to Luka Jovic. He gets it through the goalkeeper. That was about 10 seconds from the end of the last highlight. It just kept going, and Luka Jovic continuing this attack. And look at this, making it 3-1 to Serbia. At this point in time, I guess it was just a personnel change that needed to be made. A personnel and a mentality change. We go up to attacking and we are just pushing everything forward onto the Slovakian defense. And they can't do anything about it. They cannot stop it. And all I can say about this match is what a lovely turnaround that it was. Coming back from a goal down, we changed the players, we changed the mentality in the 65th minute, and all of a sudden it's like the players wanted to play again. And we got ourselves a win out of it, better than expected. So now we need to get ourselves back home and do the exact same thing. A second win versus Slovakia. We're in the driver's seat. And at that point, it's our group to lose. And we got to hope not to lose it at that point. So without further ado, let's take a look and see how we're going to line up in the second match versus Slovakia. Right, so the second match versus Slovakia at home, and we're going to come out in a 4-2-3-1 with a little downside being that Stankovic cannot play because he accumulated too many yellow cards, so sad times. But outside of that, formation and players are going to be as follows. Milovac staying in between the sticks. He is now the new #1 goalkeeper for Serbia. In front of him, we got Staniev and Babic. That's always going to remain the same because really, they're the 2 best on that left-hand side. Next to Babic, we got Desimir Masalusic, who I believe I used him during the Sweden friendly in between episodes 2 and 3. That's his only cap so far. And at 18 years old, he looks to be on the upswing. He's got great speed, great defense. Just need to work on that vision, and he'll become a decent center back down the line. Like I said, 18 years old, plenty of time for him to develop. And right next to him, the guy who I subbed on during the middle of last match, Marko Mihailovic, who is coming in from Red Star Belgrade, and actually is one of those hidden gems. If I didn't load up the Serbian League, I never would have known that this guy would have existed. And like I said, he looks to be an all-around decent defensive back. 14 marking, 15 tackling. His physical is nothing lower than a 13. And at 27 years old, I'm surprised he hasn't gotten a cap for Serbia yet. So diamond in the rough, looks to be a very solid right back. Sitting in front of the defensive line, we got 2 center mids in Peter Mitrovic and Marko Grujic. Ahead of them in the attacking mid spot, Filip Kostic. Milinkovic-Savic is going to be our cam today. Not his natural position, but we need somebody there. And then Davor Vuko is going to be out on the right-hand side, just giving Zivkovic a little bit of a rest. Sitting up top, of course, the main man, Luka Jovic. Let's get the job done. Let's make it 2 wins out of 2 and just take control of this group. make it sure that we have a stranglehold on this group and make sure that we can get ourselves through the World Cup. So let's go kick off and see what happens. And honestly, with the formation that I'm using, this attack-minded, attack-heavy formation, we need to put the boot down on Slovakia's neck and just make sure that they do not get any chances. Filip Kostic coming up the wings, long ball forward to Davor Vuko. And Vuko, from one winger to another, makes it so we got a 1-0 lead 90 seconds into the match. Oh, Kostic just getting around two defenders. A very, very deep cross, but pinpoints out Vuko, and he heads it into the back of the nets. What a great setup. What a great goal. And let's just continue this on through the match. 8 minutes in, we're definitely not lacking any action. Grujic through to Luka Jovic, gets around two defenders. Oh, and he skies it. Oh, he needed to do a lot better with that chance. He got around two defenders, wide open, and he just flat missed it. Corner kick for Slovakia coming inside. Milovac there with the safe hands. Once again, Slovakia have already had themselves a couple of corners already. In fact, 3 if we're going by the match stats. So we need to watch out for them and not try to give them any more corners, because it feels like with the way that they are going from set pieces, especially those corners, they're going to be getting a goal very, very soon. Actually sooner than we think, as they're coming forward. Kozak to Mock, just post. Milovac couldn't save it, but we got very lucky as it just goes past the far side. I'm dropping off from attack to counter because I think because I'm on attack and we're just pushing our lines so far up, we need to be a little bit more stable along the back. So dropping it down to counter, hopefully that'll, like I said, keep that stable back line. And look at this right now. Davor Vuko, oh, he hits the post. It got underneath the goalkeeper, but Vuko hitting the post, trying for his brace, and we're still in the ascendancy here. Grujic to Mihailovic, you got to hold on to that ball, son. You got to do better than that. Right before halftime, and Slovakia with a very quick restart off of a free kick. I have a feeling this is going to be a Slovakia goal at this point in time because of a bad foul, except we maybe actually be getting a counterattack. Luka Jovic getting past two defenders. He's got to score, and he does. Oh, man, I thought for sure this would have been a goal on the Slovakia side, but we counterattack down the wings, through to Luka Jovic, getting past two defenders, and we double the lead right before halftime. That was a lovely, lovely evasion of a challenge right there, and the goalkeeper just can't make himself big, shooting underneath his arm, and we got ourselves a solid lead, boys. 2-0, and let's just keep the party going. I'm very happy with how everyone's going. I don't need to say anything new. Just continue this form on for the next 45 minutes, and we got ourselves another win. 4 minutes into this half now. Ball up over the top. Sergey heads it on to Luka Jovic, taking a shot, but it's saved by the keeper, and I believe Luka Jovic is... I thought he was on his hat trick. No, Vuko scored the other one. Of course Vuko scored the other one. Filip Kostic on the ball 10 minutes into the second half, coming through, taking it down to the byline, finds Luka. What a save from the goalkeeper. Point blank from Luka Jovic. That should have been a goal. It should have been 3-0 Serbia at this point. And we're going to bring on the youngster Sasha Ostojic into the cam role. We're going to bump Milinkovic-Savic down to a center mid. Peter Mitrovic coming off. Let's see what the youngster can do in that cam role. I know he's only 21, but, it would be nice to see him get himself off to a great start for his Serbia career. 60 minutes left to go in this match. Slovakia coming through. What a great ball. Slipped through, and Slovakia are able to get one back. Josef Kozak with his first goal for Slovakia. So, you know what I'm going to do? Just because there are 2 yellow cards along the back line, Mihailovic is going to be coming off for Pavlovic, and Masalusic is going to be coming out as a center back, Nikola Maximovic. Those are going to be my last 2 subs. Get rid of those lemon heads out on the pitch. And now that I have fresh legs defensively, hopefully they can close down these Slovak attackers. 3 minutes left to go in the match. Ball through to Ostojic. Ostojic getting around 2 defenders. Lays it off to Luka Jovic. And Luka Jovic putting this match to bed. It's now 3-1. Ostojic getting his first Serbian assist. He could have taken a shot. It would have been ill-advised. But very, very smart to lay it off to Luka Jovic to have the better angle and to give Serbia the comfortable lead. And it looks to be like a win at this point in time. And the referee should be blowing his full-time whistle. There it is. 2 straight wins versus Slovakia. We are undefeated in our group right now. 4 wins out of 4. and we have ourselves a very comfortable lead in this group with just the last 4 matches remaining. And to be honest with you, if we lay it out, the next 4 matches, if we win both times versus Georgia and Kazakhstan, it doesn't even matter what that Belgium match is because we will have already qualified for the World Cup. So that's what we need to focus on next time. And to be honest with you, we only have one qualifying match next time that is versus Georgia, and to be honest with you, not really feeling it all that much. I feel like I'm just gonna skip it over Austria, Georgia, and just go dive right in to Kazakhstan, Belgium, because really Belgium is the big test out of this group. So next time around, it's going to be an all-important matchup versus Kazakhstan and Belgium, where that Belgium match could potentially see us qualify out of the group into the World Cup proper. So I hope to see you next time. Right, so that's going to do it for this episode, and if you enjoyed it, please go and drop it a like, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff, and if you want to leave a comment below on what you thought about the episode or the series as a whole, please go and do so. I appreciate every single comment that you guys put down, and I love interacting with you guys. But anyway, I've been Gendo, and you've been awesome, and I'll see you next time. Take care, and peace out.